Well, hello!
And welcome to Once Upon a Hot Take. I'm your co-host, Jordan.
And I'm your other co-host, Leah.
Fairy tales are just the beginning. This is the podcast all about, you guessed it, our hot takes on books you love and love to hate.
We're covering everything from fantasy to sci-fi to romance to thrillers. We have a variety of segments that we plan to cover, but we're keeping it loose and fun.
So forget the deep dives. This is a podcast for unfiltered opinions and hot takes from two friends who read too much and talk even more.
Okay, so right up now we have a brand new segment called Cold Takes, which is where we talk about stuff from the last episode. So, you got any, Jordan? Because I do have some.
Yeah, I've got one.
Hit us up.
Third brother's name. It's Lewis.
Good old Lewis. We were close. We were close.
We were saying Luca, Lucas. We were close.
Lewin, I think we had to. Yeah, so we had the L.
We had the Lou.
Yeah,
the whole
we knew.
Lou
We
sound.
knew. It was there. It was there.
We
in
were
the brain.
close. So yeah, it's Lewis. That's my cold take. What do you got?
Mine is also related to In the Blood. It is, I hope you grab your copy of it, because I really wanted to do a better shout out to the dedication. We didn't do it justice. We were just like, so good, but like we didn't really address it. So I actually have it written down now. So It is, quote, "This book is dedicated to every woman who has ever been burned, betrayed, or broken. May you rise from the ashes like the brilliant wildflower you are. He didn't deserve you. Trust me." Oh! Bam! It's so good, and it's so perfect for the women, too. We've been doing a really good job at, like, interweaving all of our books totally unintentionally, too. Like, there have just been really good, like, connection. So, good job to us.
What an awesome point, Leah.
Yeah.
That actually overlaps more than you would expect.
No, and our author interview that's coming in January, too, has a Twilight connection. So, it's just perfect.
Wow. Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So...
Okay, any more cold takes?
That's all I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bringing you our general hot take question.
Okay.
So this is coming from my friends.
Mm-hmm.
They think applesauce on tacos is the best topping.
What?
I know.
Applesauce on tacos.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Well, we are having tacos tonight, so now I feel like I really got to test this one out.
Maybe
what?
You
so,
could.
like, the sweet and the salty? Like,
probably.
I'm not seeing it.
So, we have to try it before we knock it.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
I got real specific on my questions here.
Yeah.
I said chicken or beef.
Okay.
They said either.
Oh.
I said hard shell or soft shell.
Soft
shell. And they said either.
Wow.
And it's really dealer's choice on the toppings. Just add the applesauce.
Add applesauce. But why? Who would ever think of that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
But they say it's really good.
Huh. Okay. I think, you know, to be fair, I think we got to try it. Like, at least with the lavender, we know that we ain't lavender people.
Yeah.
So with applesauce, maybe we will be applesauce people.
Yeah, maybe. Also heard it's a good substitute for sour cream.
Oh, okay. So a little healthier. But I don't see it. The consistency is wrong.
Neither.
That little bite that sour cream kind of has.
Yeah, sour cream is also my favorite condiment. So I have a really hard time leaving that off a taco.
Even like just using like plain Greek yogurt. Like we do that a lot of times when we substitute like for sour cream. And it's not the same, you know? The consistency is the same, but there isn't that little like sour bite that, you know, sour cream has.
Sour cream's the best.
Wild. Okay, I have to tell you about my shirt. Well, first off, I'm wearing two shirts. The first one is from Lumen Lore, I'm with the band. It's got a bunch of band books on it, but the one underneath is the one I want to talk about. So, can you read it?
Big Nick Energy.
And it's got a picture of Saint Nick on it, okay? Boy, I bought this shirt at the end of the Christmas season last year because I was like, I want to wear, you know, like holiday wintry shirts to school, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So I bought this shirt and I'm like, okay, yeah. Like I got it for like $5 from like a local boutique here. And I'm like, this is funny. Like, you know, Big Nick Energy. Oh, that's cute. And I'm in the shower 2 days later and I'm like, Big Nick Energy. Oh my God. No, I can't wear that to school. Like I did not make that connection at all. I was like, oh no, why did I not? I don't know. The shirt made me laugh. I was like, oh, that's so cute. Like, what? That's pretty silly. You know, old Big Nick and his energy. Like, no. So this is an at-home shirt.
That's an under the sweatshirt shirt.
Under the sweatshirt shirt. Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. There she is. Yep.
That's That's real good, Leah.
Yep. I had
Good.
to share that one because holiday season coming up.
I'm really glad to hear the shirt didn't make a debut at school, and that's where you learned the meaning.
Yeah, 2 days later. That would have been bad at school. What are you doing?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, it's funny. My shirt's funny, right? And they'd be like, oh, I don't think you're allowed to wear that.
Oh yeah.
If you don't understand why this shirt is inappropriate, DM us and we will explain to you.
Please don't.
Oh yeah, then we got to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man. Okay. Any other remaining topics before we dive in?
I think that's it. Well, I think we're going to be talking a long time about in this episode, so I think we better get rolling.
All right. So today's episode is The Women by Kristin Hannah.
Here we go. Spoilers ahead, mateys! We are discussing everything involved with The Women by Kristin Hannah, and we are adults, and this absolutely is an adult word, and we for sure will be using adult words about this adult books because we got things to say about the men in this book. And trigger warnings, just a heads up for this book, include suicide, infant loss, substance abuse, PTSD. So you've been warned. If those are triggering for you, you might want to avoid that book and possibly this episode. But I do have to make a plug for this because there have been a few people who have said like, oh, I haven't read that one, but I think I'm just going to like listen to the podcast and get your recap on it. I think that's an excellent choice because if you can't handle heavy stuff, but you still want to know what everybody's talking about with this book, we will walk you through all the main important parts and the big things that happen, and then you can keep a little bit of your mental health and heart preserved and not get it broken because this book will break you.
I wish I had that option.
I know. We had to like keep hyping Jordan up like, you can stop if you need to. It's okay. It's okay. But she did it. She made it through.
I did. I survived for the pod.
Yep. Anything for the pod. So if you do have a book rec or a hot take that differs from ours, we'd absolutely love to hear from you. Send us an email at Once.Upon.A.Hot.Take@gmail.com and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Once.Upon.A.Hot.Take.
Awesome. Leah, you want to kick us off with your nonverbal hot take?
I do. Here we go. You get it? Because it kills me at the end.
Yeah.
That's it. So this book wrecked me. There were lots of tears coming down at multiple times. Even like later on, thinking about the book, I'd get all like and like whimpery, and it wrecked me. But in the best way. Absolutely glad I read this book.
Yeah. I feel that. I'm going to say I'm glad I read this book, but that's it.
That's it. Okay. What's the nonverbal to
yes, here I go.
that? Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Tears. All the time. Oh,
so much
my
crying.
Gosh, for real.
Broken hearts.
All over the place.
Honestly, some depression.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Leah, why this pick?
Well, we wanted a Kristin Hannah book because she is just a boss. And we wanted to be a timely one. Like this was, I think, her most recent one. So we wanted to pick one that has come out recently. Some aunties also did a book club with this. So we're like, cool, we can loop them in. We'll shout some of their thoughts out at the end of the episode. It's just, there's been a lot of hype on this book lately in the world, on the gram. And so we were like, let's harness it and capitalize on it.
Awesome. Leah, do you have a summary?
I have a little bit. You want it?
Yeah, because I forgot to tell you that I didn't do a summary.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. I got a little bit of it. You know me. I like start the summary and then I just like give up halfway through and I'm like, Jordan's got it.
Okay.
So
no, I don't have it.
We'll do our best. Okay. Well, we'll be like diving into everything, so I'm sure you'll get it. But here's the deal. Frankie. She wants to live up to the glamorized version of war that she was raised on. Her dad literally has a hero's wall up in his study of men, keyword, men, who served in his family, which ironically does not include him because he was not a World War II veteran. There was something wrong with him. He couldn't physically fight or whatever. So this shames him. But of course, in the 50s and 60s and 70s, men aren't allowed to feel emotion. So he does not realize that. That's the end of my summary. But for Frankie, then we'll kind of keep going here.
Yeah.
Frankie, in order to like follow in her brother's footsteps, who enlisted, she decides to enlist after. Is it after he died?
Yeah.
Or
no,
it was before.
It was before.
Before he died. He went over and she was like, "I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna follow in Finley's footsteps. I am gonna be on this hero's war. My dad's gonna be so proud of me."
Yep.
And her mom and dad were like, "You what? You enlisted? Are you kidding me?"
And now they're a Navy family.
Yes.
And she The
She
Navy
wanted
turned
to
her
be
down.
in the Navy, but they said, no, we don't take women.
And then the Air Force turned her. No, they said she needed 2 years of
take
training.
too long to train. That's right.
2 years
and
of
she
training.
was like, no, this war is going to be over before then. I need to step up now and serve my country.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Yeah. So then she went to the Air Force, got the same message, and went to the Army, and we're like, we'll take you.
Yep. They're like, sure, you go out in 2 weeks or 2 months or whatever. It was fast. So
You
they
finish basic, and then you get out of here.
Yep. They sent her over. She's in her pumps and her uniform, and she gets off, and it is just like, whoa, like she smells dead bodies and sewage, and there's bombing. Like she is like literally shell shocked.
Yep.
And then she meets Ethel and Barb, who are her bunkmates, who are basically like, you got to buck up here, girl. Like, you are not going to survive if you can't keep up and move. So they kind of take her under their wing, and they help her survive and learn all the tricks of the trade. Frankie is at first tutored by, what was his name? She was in like
Smith,
she was in like neuro. Yeah, he was just this kindly like middle-aged guy, and he like really walked her through, trained her up, and is like, it's gonna be okay, honey.
But that was a very slow-paced environment.
Yep, controlled. There were no like big casualties or anything. It was a lot calmer. So he got her skills up to snuff, and then they put her into then like the mass cal place where it was like, all right, we got arms hanging off and gut wounds going.
The OR.
Yeah, the OR, yes. And so from there, she meets Dr. Jamie Callahan, who is dreamy.
Yes.
There's a little flirty flirt thing there, but he's married, so she said, hell no.
Yep. She's
and
a girl
then
of principle.
Yep, and we love her for that.
Yep.
And then Jamie gets injured, and they assume he's going to die because it is bad.
Yep.
But she does give him a little rock that says McGrath, and you fight on it, and puts that in his pocket and assumes that he is dead.
Yep.
And then more fighting, more trauma, more bonding with Ethel and Barb. We go into villages and we help Vietnamese people, and we see some terribly sad things there. And
the elderly, the women, and the children who aren't off fighting
are left behind.
Yep.
And they are suffering because we're taking all their food, and also we're bombing their villages, and we're poisoning them with Agent Orange, so it's not great.
Yep.
So there's a little humanity there. Then we meet the Coyotes, who are these pilot flyboys who are just looking to have a good time, and they go on a little like beach vacation, have fun, and then, boy, dramatic music. She meets Rye, who is a pilot, who basically is Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
Yeah,
that's my actor choice for him.
Good pick.
And he sweeps her off her feet, and everybody's like, oh, girl, he's engaged. And she's like, no, Rye, we cannot. And then he's like, I broke it off, Frankie, for you. And she's like, did you really? And he's like, yes. And then they are together, and it's great, and they help each other out of these tough things, and they're both there. And
Not
then
to mention, they both sign up for a second
they
tour
do
together.
rejoin again. Ethel and Barb by this point have shipped out, and we're like, I put in my time, I'm done. So it's literally Frankie against the world. Rye is there, but he's not, in the OR. So sometimes she calls him up, and they comfort each other.
Yep.
And that's what we got. Then Frankie's time ends. She returns back to America. She is expecting a hero's welcome because she served her country. She is a Vietnam vet, and she was spit on.
Yeah. She was in the shit.
She was literally in the shit, like some of the worst of the worst. And so she gets a terrible reception at the airport and is just like traumatized about that. And it was just like, they drop her off in the airport too. And they're like, okay, bye, find your way home. Like, you served your country, but you got to pay for your own ticket.
And she came home to protesters who
were mad at her.
Yes.
Like, why did you join the war?
Rather than
the government, who is the one that signed us up for the war.
Yes.
And then she gets home, and she's expecting this warm welcome for her parents. And they're like, oh, you're home. And mom acts like nothing is wrong and is like, let's go to dinner parties. And Frankie has some PTSD, but no one knows what PTSD is. And then she finds out that her parents said she was studying abroad during all this time that she has been gone. Florence,
Beautiful Florence.
So she is just traumatized from that. She is clearly depressed. She does the right thing, and she tries to get help. And she is denied. They're like, there weren't women in Vietnam. You weren't a combat vet. We don't have resources for you. So she's denied. Her mother's denying it. Her father's embarrassed by her. She turns to pills. She turns to alcohol. She's at really low points.
She finds out she goes to visit Rye's dad, who informs her that he died in the war.
So then, boom,
so
heartbreak.
she goes really deep into depression. Ethel and Barb come to save her.
Yep.
Which was cried when they came to save her.
And then they get a little commune together, right? That's when they are living on their ranch together.
Yeah, they take her out of California.
Got some good healing. There's
out
quiet
to Ethel's
animals.
Farm.
Yep. So they get her back on her feet.
Yep. Then her mom has a stroke.
Yes, so
and
then she
goes
has to come back. Barb gets her involved in some protests politically. She meets this guy named Henry, who's a little bit older, but he is like an intellectual, and him and her start dating.
Yep.
It's not a love match. She's just kind of with him, and he's a great guy, and he's really good to her and helps her heal.
Yep.
And then on the news, they're talking about some POWs, and she sees Rye.
Well, wait, she's pregnant at this point.
She is pregnant at this point with Henry's baby. You are right. Yes.
Yep.
And then she's like, my gosh, this was the love of my life, and now he's alive, and here I go. And she flies out to wherever he's flying in. She's like, I gotta see him. Sees him step off the plane, is walking towards him, getting ready to go embrace him, and then a woman and a child run out of the line and grab him and are screaming, oh, my love. And she is like, fuck, he was not engaged. He was married and had a baby.
Yep.
So, she's wrecked. And then she goes and creeps on him. And finds out where they live and is watching them and is like, oh, he's not happy. Yeah. And then they're at the beach one day and Rye shows up at the beach and she is like, oh my God.
That's how it starts.
That's right. That's how
she
she
follows
him
home
from
the beach.
But then he sees her follow him and then he's like, oh, she's here.
Yeah.
So then he seeks her out.
Yep.
And he's like, you are the only one for me, Frankie. And she's like, you lied to me. And he's like, I know, I'm a turdbag, but I love you. And then
they sleep together.
And
then they have an affair.
Yep. And so then she breaks it off with Henry because she's like, I can't. No.
She broke it off with Henry before this all happened.
Yes. So then she has an affair with Rye because he's going to leave his wife for her. Yeah. And at one point she miscarries. When does this happen?
When she finds out Rye.
That's right. The trauma of Rye not being, dead.
Not being dead.
Yep.
Made her lose.
Yep.
Well, which she says made her lose the baby, but I think it's the Agent Orange.
I think it's Agent Orange too. Yes. Yeah. So then, okay. And then this all culminates. She's getting pills from her mom by this point because she was just so depressed.
After the miscarriage.
Yep, after the miscarriage. Yep. So that's how she's operating. She is at work at the hospital and there's a bunch of commotion because the news agencies are there and they're like, congrats, Officer Rye Walsh or whatever. And she's like, oh my God, he's hurt. What? And she goes in and it's the maternity ward and Rye's wife is having a second baby after all these lines he's been feeding her about, I'm going to leave her. I'm going to marry the other one. And then she's like,
months of an affair.
You. Yep.
Yeah.
Then there are some suicide attempts. Yep. And then her parents finally be like, what is wrong with you? Oh my. And then they finally realize, oh, we need to help you. Like, you're not okay. We're not okay. This, not okay.
Yep.
And then eventually they all go out years later to unveiling of the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington, D.C. After a lot of protesting. And at the wall, they see Finley's name and her dad's crying and she's crying. And her dad finally says something like, I was kind of a dick to you. And then at the wall, she meets Jamie, who was not dead. And they sort of kindle a friendship and the book ends.
Yeah. We skipped one part there at the end.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome.
Oh, thanks. This is off the cuff.
Up until the last part. She goes from the mental institution hospital.
Right, mental.
And then goes on a road trip with Barb to find her new life. Yep. Where she buys a ranch in Montana.
Oh, this is right. Yes.
And has it's this ranch for war vet nurses.
Right. Have been traumatized.
Yes, and have PTSD, but aren't able to receive services anywhere. So women all over across the country will come and stay with her and work on the ranch, and she provides therapy services for them because she went back to school and got her.
You're right. Yep.
Master's or doctorate or something
in psychology or counseling. Yep.
So she's like a counselor for them and as a place to stay and a place to heal and rest. And then that's while they're at the house, they get that invitation to go out to the memorial.
And then some of them are going and some of them are not.
Yep. Depending on where they were all at in their healing journey, they were all feeling very differently about that wall.
Yes. And that is the women.
Yes. It's a tough one.
So my overall thoughts. Yep. There's only ever been one Kristin Hannah book to disappoint me, and it was not this one. I will read anything this woman writes, and I will sob the entire time. And there are some I will tell you should avoid, and we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Other overall thought, I never, ever, 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 ever want to go to war. Ever.
Yeah.
I never want to be part of that at all.
Yeah.
And I think she makes it really relatable how people can become like desensitized to the bad. Like how that's maybe a good, like when they're in the war and you just have to like, okay, here we go. Like another trauma, another mass cat. We just have to deal through it. Like how else can you go from trauma to trauma to trauma and keep getting up and going back for more?
Yep.
And the Frankie's arc. This is one of the best arcs I've ever seen in a book. I know we're going to talk about it in the character section, but that is what made me make Jordan finish this book. I was like, no, the character's arc, you have to. She's going to. But that like made this a 5-star for me for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, her arc is it's soul changing, truly. Her story is, I'm really glad that I read it.
Oh, good. Me too.
I am.
Even though it traumatized you.
Yes, it did traumatize me. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I read it.
Good.
This is a very important story that needed to be told. I do think a lot of women should read this book if you can stomach it and it not put you in depression like it did for me. But yeah, it's just a very emotionally heavy book.
Very. Yeah.
So, Leah, describe the read.
Well, I read this book 2 times. I read it back when it came out.
Twice?
I did, yeah. And I liked it better the second time, honestly. Like, I just saw a lot more, and I forgot a lot of, like, what happened, too. Like, I forgot that Jamie was alive again at the end, so, like, that was, like, a nice surprise. It was hardcover, which I love. I sped through it both times. When I hit the part of Rye coming off the plane, the world ceased to exist. Like, I had to finish the whole thing in one setting. Like, there were things neglected. Children were left to run amok. Like, I needed to finish that book, and I did.
Yep. I had a very similar experience. The first half, really enjoyed it. Was having a pretty easy time getting through it. But then the second half, I just sat down and finished it in one day.
I know. We were texting and you were like, I need a break from this book. I was like, totally okay. And then like hours later, she's like, well, I finished it. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I was like, I need a break. And then I took like a 5-minute break and I was like, I just gotta know.
Bust it out. Yep.
Oh man. Okay. Let's dive into our character analysis. Who do you want to start with?
Well, I am a sucker for men named Jamie.
Let's start with Jamie.
Jamie Lannister, Jamie Fraser, who's in Outlander. They always seem to fit the bill of like cocky, bold, smoking hot, charismatic men. So like, I like Jamie from the jump.
Yep.
I think he was good. You know, obviously a little gray there in the moral choices that he's making, but I did like him.
I think the situation is what brings about that moral grayness because they're seeing life and death.
Yeah, you won't die tomorrow, maybe. Yep.
Yes. So I do think there's a little perspective there that in a different situation, he probably isn't as morally gray. But yeah, loved him. And he did respect her wishes.
Yeah, he didn't push. You know, he was like there. He wasn't pushing the line. He was like, I'm here, I'm ready. No, okay, all right, I respect it. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
really like Jamie.
Thumbs up for him.
Okay, who's next?
Barb and Ethel, the real MVPs.
Oh.
I just love their sisterhood, how they had each other's backs all the time, how they bailed Frankie out when she was at her lowest constantly. Like, they were ride or die, and I just love that.
Yes. That friendship was what made me cry the most of this whole book was every time they came to save her, I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Right.
Oh my God. Right. And I just would like sob cry. Yep. They were the best friends she could ever have asked for. What I don't, real quick on this thought though. So she signed up for that second tour. Barb was there for some of it. But then she had a long time of being there without either Barb or Ethel. Yeah. And she didn't, I have a hard time believing she didn't form another close relationship with the other nurses there.
Yeah.
That seemed weird to me.
Yeah. I think
she was maybe too involved with Rye at that point.
I think that too. And I think she just probably realized like what we had was special and I don't want to replace that or fill that. And I don't want to maybe get attached to someone that's not going to be there.
But like, those other girls, that like, what a missed opportunity.
I know.
I think it was a missed opportunity on her part.
Yep.
All right, who's next?
Oh, Frankie's mom and dad deserve a moment of, what the fuck is wrong with you? I get that this was a different era, but literally telling your people your daughter was off abroad instead of at war. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, I was boiling with rage when I read that part. Oh my gosh.
And her coming home and then being like, oh, you should have called?
Where? When? What? Yeah, and it's so infuriating, too, because you know it's a double standard. Had Finley done any of this, they would have been rolling out the red carpet. They would have had the countdown going. They would have been like, absolutely, today's the day. Here's the barbecue. Like, so it's just sad.
So, and how long it took for them to come around.
Too long.
Oh, they made her PTSD so much worse than it needed to be.
They were just gasolining on that fire.
They were the opposite of supportive. And I know they didn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking bullshit.
Oh, that's hard to stomach. Yeah.
That dad not putting her picture on the heroes wall.
Dude, when she even like called him out on it a couple times too. Like
several
he had
times.
so many opportunities to do it and he dug his feet in. Like,
Yep. Absolute
your pride
bullshit.
is worth more than the importance of your daughter.
Such bullshit. That he was a bad dad.
Yeah, he's not good.
No, really bad dad. Like,
And
even
even
the worst dads I've come across in a book.
Yeah, even worse than wheelchair dad in these Tingles Vines.
Good Lord. Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Worse than wheelchair dad.
Yeah.
Gosh, I forgot about
What was
him.
his name?
Something goofy, too.
Is it Freddie? Why do I want to say Freddie?
It might have been.
I don't know.
I think you're right. I think it was Freddie.
Okay. Well, yeah, either way.
Yeah.
No, this Daddy-O, not here for it. And even
Nope.
the apology at the end,
Bullshit.
like too little too late.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely too little
I
too
don't
late.
know. Yeah, and Frankie's arc just absolutely gorgeous. I had a problem the first time I read it with the ending because I was like, I wanted it to be a love story and I wanted her to be happy and be with someone. But like the second time, it actually sat so much better with me because the story is called The Women, and you don't need a man to lift you up and make you happy and help you find purpose in life. And so that was very beautiful, and I liked that.
Okay. Jamie coming back at the end, I think is bullshit.
You didn't like it?
No, it felt forced. I already had said goodbye to him.
Yep.
And now I felt emotionally manipulated.
Yes. And the fact that it happened twice, too, like Rye and
Yes.
Jamie are dead and then
Yes.
they're both not dead. That was
Yes.
a little...
I didn't
okay,
like that.
yeah,
And I do feel like it honestly felt so forced to me that I felt like it was a publisher's decision.
Oh, now that would be interesting to
where
find
she
out.
didn't have that
I wonder
initially in
if
her
she'd
book.
ever say that. Or if they'd
I
ever,
know.
ever tell us that. Oh, man.
But
Maybe
thought-
when we get her on the pod and interview her.
Yeah. I do feel like that was a forced ending. That the publishers made her put in for, like, the quote, like, we got to keep this in
The
our
readership.
realm of
Romance.
Yes.
But then maybe, her ending was like what's that? I don't want to write a love song or whatever when never mind.
Okay, I'm not sure what we're talking about.
I think it was like Colby Calais. This was back in college.
Oh.
Yeah, when they were like, no, you need a love song on this album. And she was like, I don't want to write a love song. So then that was the song she wrote. I don't want to write a love song.
I'm not
But
going
it's
to
like
write
a
you a love song.
Yeah, that
I
one.
love
Yes,
that song.
yes.
I have it playing in my head now.
Yeah. So that that was because her album record deal person was like, you absolutely need a love song. She was like, fuck you.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, I loved that.
Yeah. So maybe it was like that situation. Who knows?
I love it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I do feel like that ending was. All right.
That's some insight.
Who's next?
That's all I got for my people that I wanted to talk about.
You don't want to talk about Henry?
Oh, Henry.
He's an incredible soul.
He really is. He deserves all the claps, all the thumbs up. Like he was the trooper there.
And he was such a huge part of her growth.
Her recovery too.
Yes. Like she even says it towards the end where she says he becomes as big of a part of her life as Barb and Ethel.
Yeah.
And I was like, but we don't get that full view because we're really speeding through her recovery.
Right.
But yeah, Henry, man.
I know. And I was so happy that at the end he did find someone too. Like, so he wasn't just sad and lonely all the time.
But he was able to...
He deserves happiness.
Yeah, he was able to love and support her in a way that worked for her and him.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh.
Which I feel like is so hard.
It's incredible.
Like, to be friends with your ex.
Yeah. As one you were going to marry and have a baby with.
One that you were going to have a baby with, yeah.
And he truly loved her.
But that's a testament to him and how he was able to overcome that and be there for her. Yeah.
Yes, he's an incredible soul.
Yeah.
I love Henry. He's one of my favorite book characters. I really liked him the whole time through the book.
Agreed. All right, any more characters for you?
Are we saving our Rye conversation for later?
Well, we can talk about him now if you want.
It doesn't matter to me. We can.
Go for it. I feel like I drag him through the mud a lot, but let's do it.
Let's just get started.
Yep.
Rye, piece of shit.
Fucking fuck. What a dirtball. So let me get this straight. He told all of his underlings that he was engaged instead of married.
Yep.
Because
they were only married for like a month before he shipped
married
off.
right before shipped. Yep. So he basically...
He was like, I made a mistake. I married somebody.
Yeah. So he just wanted that door open. Like, if needed, I'm not married. I'm only engaged. Because that's easier to deny and break off than no, I'm actually married. What a turd bag. Like, even before you met Frankie, you were telling people that instead of the fact that you were married.
Yes. And I don't even know. I don't know where to start with him. He made her time back in her recovery.
Oh. He set her back light years. Light years.
Yes. Like, he almost cost her life.
Literally, yeah.
She attempted suicide several times.
Yeah.
After the shit he dragged her through.
Yep. Like
how sick of a human are you to drag someone who you know is in love with you and maybe you do love her back too fucking bad.
Right. Because you don't want to have
She wants the whole package and you're telling her you're going to give it to her when you have no intention.
Yep. He's just weak. He's weak. He doesn't want to have that conversation with his wife. He doesn't want to have that conversation with Frankie. And he thinks because he's a man, he can just get away with it and do whatever he wants.
That is...
Well, boo on you, Rye.
And I know, like, he probably has his own PTSD that he's working through.
Oh, for sure.
But
his dad was a piece of crap, too, so he's carrying that baggage with him. But that does not excuse your treatment of others.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
so
you gotta be better.
Fuck him.
Yeah. A big bam bam. Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah. We'll talk more about him. Let's go on to character cocktail.
Okay, so Frankie, she gets a martini because of her privileged upbringing. Okay. But then she gets morphed into one of those like specialty martinis out there, like espresso martini anyone.
Oh, okay.
To showcase like her development and her evolution as a character. Like she started pretty plain, but then she learned about herself and through trial and error formed into something that was good. Like the espresso martini.
Interesting. I'm glad you didn't pick her gin and tonic that she was obsessed with.
Yep. No. Barb, she's sharp. She's a firecracker. She's motivated. She's passionate. She's like a rumchata shot or maybe a fireball shot.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
that's a good pick for
one
Barb.
of those are my go-to when someone asks what shot I want. Okay, but this is like 10 years ago because I don't do shots anymore. Except after softball wins. Meister shot, shout out if you know. And
that was a really bad time for me to take a drink. I almost did a spit take on my laptop.
Ethel is steady and dependable. She's an ice cold Coca-Cola.
Oh.
She's classic. I'm not a soda person, but you know, every now and then, nothing hits like an ice cold Coca-Cola.
Yep.
And that's Ethel. Yep. She also embraces the traditional post-war life, you know, like she's on the PTO. She's classic, she's traditional, but she's always a staple.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what I got. Thanks.
Great job, Leah.
Thank you. Get good at this.
Yeah. Okay, so Leah and I are drinking Bloody Marys, a little bit in theme to the first half of the book.
Yep.
Which is just a bloodbath.
Filled with blood.
Constantly. So.
Am I allowed to eat a pickle on camera? Maybe not. Don't want to draw in the wrong crowd.
That would be unfortunate.
I'll chew off mic too.
Good idea. Okay.
Leave all of this in. All right, anyway, sorry. Bloody Mary, yep.
Yep, so Bloody Mary. That's what we're having today.
And it's hitting. It's delightful.
And they're very yummy.
All right, highs and lows. My high. It really dives into the politics of how people get so bristly about a subject they are passionate about, but maybe not super knowledgeable about. Like how you feel a certain way because that's what you're being told. And then you just like cling harder to that. But then when you experience something that changes your perspective, you can't go back. Now your eyes have been open. And people don't see that sometimes. Like they don't get why you flipped or why you've switched, or they're still just clinging on to like, no, this is what I've been told and this is what I believe. The war in Vietnam is good and we are winning and it's going to be done soon. Like that's what everybody's telling me. So I'm going to believe that. And it's just not true. Even when there's evidence to the contrary, you don't want to hear it. So you're not seeing it. Mm-hmm. So I think she did a really good job at that.
Yeah. Shoot, I feel like I'm failing you right now.
No, it's okay. I got 3 more. So if you need to think break.
No. I do need a think break.
All right. Well,
my head is tired.
She is masterful at historical fiction. I can think of no one who does it better. She makes it so real, so vivid.
So real.
Absolutely picture what she's talking about.
Yes. Okay, these are my first 2 bullet points on this. Her writing, it feels like you were right there by Frankie's side. Yep. Literally the entire way through the story, I felt like I was standing, like I was in the room with her, watching her through like the lens of a camera. It was good. Like I felt like I was in that OR and sewing someone's chest up. Like, yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
She also does a really nice job of showing the progression of time in a way that feels natural and not rushed. Like this woman is a queen in this genre. Like sometimes, you know, like you have to be like, oh, some months have gone by and it's like, wait, what? And it's just so every time she did it, it felt totally natural. I was like,
Yes.
oh, 3 years in the future, totally fine. I get it. Oh, we're 6
Yes.
months down the road. Not a problem. Like, it just all
I did
flowed
not
so
put
well.
that together, but
Mhm.
you are absolutely correct. As you're saying it, I'm like, yep, that is
Yeah.
how it felt.
Yeah, like there was no these tangled vines of, wait, what?
It's
like
now-
it just was.
That's like the new baseline
That's the new standard of low.
of time
Yeah.
jumping in stories. Can you be better than
Can
these
you be better
tangled
than
vines?
this? Yes.
God, we're really dragging that book.
Well, okay. I liked the book though, so
Oh,
you should read it, people.
so funny.
I still have to talk to my student too. He's halfway done with it, so I
Oh.
want to get his hot take. That'll be a cold take coming up soon.
Yeah.
I also really have come to appreciate, didn't like it on the first take, but I've come to appreciate how it's not a traditional romance. There's not just one love interest. Very similar to real life. Also appreciated because literature can sometimes send this message of like soulmate and there's only one person on this earth that I'm made for and meant for me. And I don't really believe in that. I think that God makes a number of people who are compatible with you and it's your job to pick the right one.
Yep.
Otherwise, like, how could someone whose spouse has died, like, ever find love again, you know? Like, I'm not a cynic. I'm
Yep.
just not, like, a hopeless romantic. So
Yeah.
I think she really captured that well.
Yes. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I wish, I do wish Rye wasn't in the story, but
That asshole wasn't there at all.
what fine.
But I know. Like, I hate what he put her through, but look at how much stronger she was because she overcame it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why did she have to go through any of that?
Yep. That's where I'm still sitting with it. You're going to have to convince me otherwise,
Yeah.
I think.
But he was so good and there for her too in the war. So like I have complex feelings about that. I obviously hate him. He is the worst. But like in that moment when it was good, he's still a turdbag though because he was lying
Yes,
to her. So
he was.
yeah,
It should never
you
have
can't excuse it.
happened to start.
No.
She should have gave Coyote a chance.
I did like Coyote.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just came at the wrong time, you know?
Yeah.
All right, any other highs?
Nope.
Okay. So the low.
Oh,
All the crying. All the dang crying. I was just crying.
Yes.
A lot. There was a lot of tears.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is my hot take, Leah.
Uh-oh.
This book was emotionally manipulative.
Ooh. Tell me more.
It made me so mad how first I did not see the Jamie dying coming.
That was a heartbreak.
That was a big shocker.
Mm-hmm.
And masterful writing. We were only had a very short time with him
Yeah.
and was very heartbroken when he died.
Yeah.
So at that point forward, I was like, okay, everything's off the table.
Yep.
Like anyone could die at any given
Yep.
time.
One of these books where we can't
Yes.
get attached to anybody.
No, but the whole Rye storyline was so manipulative from
Yeah.
my viewpoint that her character growth could have been there without any of that happening.
Ooh.
I think so. She still had PTSD. She still had things to work through.
That's true. She still was not accepted by her parents
Yes.
and her family. Yeah.
But why was it?
Because you know what? Because Kristin Hannah likes to take that knife, put it in your heart, twist it around a little bit, and then move it up and down. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm
she
saying.
likes
It
to
was
do.
emotionally manipulative.
Yeah.
She knew what she was doing.
She was love bombing you with trauma.
Yes. Absolutely. Like,
Oh, that is a hot take. That is a hot
Right?
take. Yeah. Yeah.
Rye could have actually just died and we still could have had the same progress.
Yeah.
He didn't need to come back.
We even could have found out that he was married
Yes.
after he's dead, and then she could have like hated his memory of him.
Yes. There's lots
this
of
is
ways
interesting.
that we were very manipulated with the Rye storyline to a point that, like, it made me I'm so mad about it.
Yeah. Like she definitely knows how to make this live in your head for weeks. Like I remember after finishing it, just sitting at school, like typing and being like, oh my God, I can't believe he did that to her. Like that is just so terrible.
So terrible.
But we are talking about it.
We
And
are.
so maybe that's what she
Yes,
wanted, you know,
I
stir
know.
the pot.
that is still manipulative.
Yeah.
She's getting what she wants at the end of the day, but that is manipulation. I was manipulated, and I'm pissed about
I don't like it.
it. No.
All right. Another low for me was the way the veterans were treated after returning and how no one would help them. I know this is how it was. I know mental health was not even a thing. Like mental health was not even a phrase back then, but dang, horrifying. which, P.S., this is Cameron's favorite adjective to describe anything that's bad. So now it's like an inside joke in our family. He says it with such a mean look on his face, like, Eli's being horrifying. And I die every time. Like, I just laugh and just die.
That's
it's
cute.
Hilarious. Laura texted me the other day and was like, Ty slept horrifying. And I just laugh.
Horrifying.
Yeah, so that's our little inside joke. And it's funny.
Man.
But anyway, the vets, horrifying.
Okay, Henry, though, again, way ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Is all about psychology.
I know. Were there people like that back then? Is he even realistic? Like, I did question that. I was like, is he an authentic character? Would this have been a thing? Maybe, with those the hippies, like, let's help people, let's love, maybe that.
Yeah. I'm sure the study of psychology was around for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, but when was Freud? He was like the 30s, wasn't he?
I have no idea, Leah.
Don't quote us on this.
Yeah. But I do think that, Henry was obviously ahead of the curve and just such a good character.
I know, such a good guy. He had a heart of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should do like a character ranking system for one episode one day. Like our top 5 loves, top 5 boyfriends, top 5 hates. Oh, this is good. Someone write this down. Someone remind us of this in like a couple months when we're like, hey, where's that episode you guys promised?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, and I have to back up from the mic from this one because I'm going to yell. Someone just help Frankie, please! Gosh, for the love of God! She did everything right. She was seeking help from people and they just turned her away. I was so mad. And her mom with the drugs. Like, again, I know they didn't know the brain and addiction and PTSD, but help Frankie! Okay.
Let's give Frankie... I can't even say this with a straight face. Let's give Frankie a whole bottle of uppers and downers.
Yes, what? Why? No.
While has an alcohol problem already. This is going to solve everything.
Just bury it down.
Super great idea, Mom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just
that was
tough.
brutal. When she gave Frankie the pills, I was like, no, Mom, we are so far from helping.
Mommy's little helpers.
Yeah.
No.
It's so... I know that was a real thing, like that actually happened. Man, we've come a long way.
Yes.
We really have.
Yeah. I'm so curious too, like 50 years from in the future, what are we going to look back on and be like, oh my God, we used to do that. Like we thought this was good for your health or something. Like what's going to be the thing that people are like, I can't believe you guys used to do that.
It can't be like this though. I really don't think it's going to be this jaw dropping. It's probably going to be like food dyes or something.
Well, I'm sure it is, which is already terrible, by the way. Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of, St. Nick bought a bunch of like cotton candy where the number 2 ingredient was red dye 40. I was like, oh, that's the one that's banned everywhere now. Like, of all the things you could buy, why did St. Nick get that one? So, come on,
I'm sorry, but it's on a food dye tangent.
Yeah, this is real life, people.
Okay, we're still on the lows, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any more lows?
No, that was it. Had to end on that one.
Okay. I just want to reiterate, because this is where my actual note was.
Yeah.
Jamie coming back at the end feeling forced. I have that as a low.
Yeah, that.
Did I sway you on that?
No, I don't know. I still like it. I'm still here for it. I appreciate your thought, but I respectfully disagree.
All right. Okay, what's your best scene?
I've got, what do we got here? The best is when the friends bail Frankie out and they build their own commune. I loved it. The sisterhood, the peace, the quiet, the self-help, like iconic. That was just what we need.
You stole mine.
Oh!
That's what I picked when her friends came to save her.
Yes.
And I love that they were like, no, we're taking you out of this toxic home. Mm-hmm. You're coming with us.
Yep.
And we are going to be your family.
We are going to save you. We are going to save you. We are going to be here for you.
We're going to give you the space you need to heal and recover. She fucking would have. I truly think she would have if Rye would not have fucking come back.
That jacked everything up.
Oh. Again, that emotionally manipulative bastard.
Such a good plot. Oh, it's so dramatic. I do like the tension.
No.
Okay, worst. Frankie's addiction. I get it, but I hated it. Why did she have to go through all that? It was too much at once. Kristin Hannah really likes to just grind in that despair. Like, oh, your crush is married. Okay, you find another crush, but then he's killed. JK, he's not. But like the first one, he's actually married. So then you settle for a different guy, but then you have a miscarriage, and then you get fired, and then you get addicted, and then you find the second guy is actually married, and you start an affair with him, and then you try to get help, but you can't. Kristin, enough. enough. Like, my heart can't take it.
Again, do I have to reiterate how manipulative this book was?
Okay. I gotta get you a hot take right now. Do not ever pick up The Four Winds.
Okay.
That has no redeeming hope in it at all. It is about the Great Depression, Dust Bowl, and it is just like there is just enough to like keep you reading because you're like, it can't be this bad all the time, and like it is, and it was, and I don't know. So I do not recommend that one. That one, it was horrifying. So sad. So sad. Too sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. You'll just have to maybe tell me about it.
I will, yes. I don't know. I think I've repressed it. I don't want to remember that one. It's a good book, of course, and it's good writing, but I don't want to put myself through that again.
Okay. I got my worst list is so many options.
Boy, yeah.
But I think I'm going to go with, of all the things, I'm still going to go with her dad lying about where the fuck she was.
Oh, okay. That's big and that's bad. Yeah, he did that.
I cannot get over that.
Yeah.
The man who had the
hero's wall was ashamed. Ashamed.
And she was literally saving people's lives.
Truly. Yeah.
People were getting home because of the work she was doing.
There, many more people would have died.
Such a competent nurse.
Oh, yeah.
She was an incredible nurse doing incredible things.
Yep. I love, too, how she always, like, made sure to, like, hold their hand and talk to them, like, when they were dying. Like,
yes.
Tell me your story, soldier. Who should I write home for? And, like, and then she did it. She would write their moms, their girlfriends, their sisters. Like,
yes.
She's too pure.
And
she
then her fucking dad.
Fucking dad. You fucking dad.
Yeah. Nope. Can't get over it. He's the worst.
Yeah,
maybe I'm going to change my kill at the last second here.
Oh, yeah. I forget who I got killing. Ooh, I got
all right. What would you change?
Wait. Okay, we'll do what would I change and then hot take debate because I got 3 hot take debates.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay. Go. What would I change? So initially I did want her to have that romantic happily ever after. But again, with the second time sitting on it, it's pretty poetic how she has her purpose in life and it's to help the women and healing. So like who she is as a person. So like, as far as the story goes, I think it's good as is, but like the hopeful romantic in me was like, oh, I wanted her to like have a partner, but her purpose in life was no longer that. Like that wasn't what she wanted out of life anymore. So I do feel okay with her as is.
Yeah. And I think they left you with that breadcrumb at the end with Jamie being...
Right, that helped maybe. The door is open.
Yes.
You could maybe see where this goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because he did say he was divorced.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I did love that he named his daughter after her.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. That got me. I was so not prepared for that. I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Yep. Okay. I was mad about him coming back alive, but him naming his daughter, that was gorgeous.
You get a pass on that, Jamie.
Yep. Okay. What would we change? This is my pick now. I already have talked about it. The Rise storyline. I think he could have just stayed dead.
I think that would really have changed the emotional, yes, like you said, the emotional meter of the book. I think he's got to stay.
No.
I think he's in.
No. I think he could have died. She could have found out he was married.
And let it sit at that.
Yes. The whole affair and Rye dragging her
for a long time.
Dragging her along. As total bullshit.
Yeah. And then the hospital scene where she literally sees the birth of his son. Oh, I can't even imagine witnessing that. Like,
after she thinks they're engaged.
Yeah,
she went to
that's right.
She went to the ring store that day.
Yes, that's right. And he didn't show up. That's right. Oh, my fiance must be detained. Fucking fiance. Yeah, having another woman's baby. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, see, again, too manipulative. Similar things could have been achieved without that level of manipulation.
Again, bam, but that's what Kristin Hannah does.
Well, then I don't like her.
Then I don't like her. Have you read any other ones by her?
I read half of The Great Alone.
That's another one. Yeah, that just rips it out. You know what? Firefly Lane is not as dragging your heart over the hot coals. So maybe in a few months when you're recuperated.
Probably not. This really honestly soured me on her.
This one was super heavy, so I can see that. All right.
I'm just going to go on it one more time. I love Frankie. I love her story. I love the women in her life. There wasn't the need for fucking rye. Fucking rye. Okay, go on.
Hot take debate, weigh in on that, people. What's your stance on rye? Yay or nay? We got to keep them or dumping them. All right, my hot take debate, I got 3. These are heavy hitters. What? So first one, wartime hookups.
Are they both single?
No, they're not. Yeah.
That's a tough one.
I know. So I kind of talked myself around this. So like a vow is a vow. You made a promise. So you should stick with it on both fronts, whether you're at home waiting for him to come home or you're there waiting to live. I think you got to be faithful. But now in books, I absolutely want you to fall in love. It makes for a good story. But in life, I think you got to shut that down. Even if you think you're going to die tomorrow, it's a slippery slope. And I get that. And then there's a whole other layer of like those who rushed into marriage before shipping out because they thought they might not get it. Like, I think that's a bad call. I get it. You wanted love. You wanted like the support back home. But this is a huge decision that you should not just rush into because you might die. Like, I don't
But
think
that was also that time in life.
That was the time. Yep, absolutely. That was
you get married right out of high school.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You go to college to get your MRS degree.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I mean, that still is kind of a thing. But yeah, I see your point. Maybe I'm a little morally gray. No, I think, I'm with you on the vow. You made the vow.
Mm-hmm. And listen, this is the ideal. We're sitting here from our chairs in our comfy sweatshirts preaching this. Like, we're really not qualified, but.
No, I would say, there's a little bit more understanding, I think, if it were to actually happen.
I'd probably agree with you there. There'd be some forgiveness, some like discussion. Yeah.
I think there's more of a chance for forgiveness in that situation.
All right. You ready to get political slightly?
Oh boy.
It's not that bad. Protesting. I used to think like protesting didn't work and was a waste of time. But then I thought, like, what else are you supposed to do when you're the little guy? How else can you make your voice heard and enact change? And like looking back on the civil rights movement, ending wars, these protests worked. It took years, but they did make change happen. Like, it's also literally part of the First Amendment. So our founding fathers thought it was like number one important. They made it number one. And the key word, of course, here is peaceful. People who protest and then get violent, no, that is not furthering your cause. You're not doing anything to help anything. But the peaceful protest, I now see it. I think I get it. Yeah.
I'm absolutely with you. Sorry, now I'm eating my string cheese.
Not as bad as a pickle. I want more bites, but I don't want to keep leaning over and chewing. So we'll just save that for the end. Okay, and then my last hot take debate is a little bit like the first one that we kind of talked about. Getting married if you are pregnant out of wedlock.
Getting married if you are pregnant out of wedlock.
Yeah.
Oh, this is absolutely a thing of the times.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's not so much anymore.
Right.
But yeah. What am I debating here?
Should you do it? You're pregnant and you're not married. You get married?
I think it's very situational. If I'm with the guy for a long time and I already have plans to marry him, then yes. If it was like a one-night stand, no.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think pregnancy has to equal marriage. Now, of course, back then, like, you had to do that. You could not be a single mother. That was not a thing.
Absolutely not.
Shame.
Yes.
But yeah, like, and I don't want to say mistake, but like one choice does not have to necessarily go to the other. Like pregnancy does not have to equal marriage. Like just because you are pregnant with someone does not mean you need to get married. That shouldn't be the deciding factor.
Absolutely.
All right, time for some FMK. Jordan, who are you effing?
Jamie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, who did you pick?
Oh, I picked someone different.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll like him. Tell me Jamie.
A hot doctor? Yes, please.
Oh, okay. But not a married hot doctor?
It's war times, baby.
Oh, okay. So back to hot take. All right, Jordan. Jordan's morally gray.
Yeah.
Write it down. All right. Well, I am not morally gray, so I picked Coyote. Because he seems like a good time. Plus, the cocky pilot.
That's a good pick. Coyote would be a good pick.
And then we could go jet skiing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
He'd be fun.
That would be really
fun.
But
I wouldn't want to settle down and marry Coyote. He's too wild.
Yeah.
No. Leave me alone. I just want to read my book. Okay, who you married? I can't wait to see this.
Right.
Oh, me too.
It's like a no-brainer. Okay, there is no one else worth picking.
Yeah. So, and I kind of said too, like in my old age, I want someone who is dependable.
Yes.
I want someone who treats me right. And she does sort of love him, right? In her own way. They get along well. They're compatible. So And this, like, I'm comparing this to like being single in the beginning, dating. Like, yeah, all those sparks and obsessive feelings about the person, you know, like the Jamie thing, they're exciting. Yeah. Yes, they make you feel good. But like, here's a hot take. All of that is overrated. Give me a good, sturdy marriage of partnership over passion and intense feelings. Because all those intense feelings come with all the drama and all the fighting and all the fallouts and all the complications. I want someone who's going to help with the work, someone I can talk to, someone I can have fun with. And Henry is all of those things.
Yes.
Love a good Henry.
Yes. Henry is a beautiful soul.
Yeah, he is.
And he's so dependable and reliable.
You can count on Henry.
Count on him to make the choice that's best for you and him. And sometimes it might even just be for you.
I know. He's so selfless.
So selfless.
I can't wait to talk about the actor portrayal that I've picked for him because it's embarrassing. It's all wrong, but I could not get it out of my head.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
But we're saving that for later.
Okay.
All right. Who are you killing, Jordan?
This is really a coin flip between two people.
Yeah.
Rye and the dad.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Rye.
Okay.
Fuck him. He's more of an asshole than Tamlin.
Tamlin's the standard.
He has brought out a hate in me that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What about you?
Okay. So I wanted to do Rye, but like he so helped her during the war. And he was weak in a weak moment, and he took advantage of her and the situation. And I do not like him for that, and I do not forgive him for that. But again, he was so crucial to her survival in the war in that time. So I don't think I'm killing him for that. But the dad, the jerk, on so many levels, so many times, like, my guy, you drove both of your kids to war, then didn't process any of that grief, then got more mad at them and your wife. Like, stop it. Be better. But this is also a good reminder that parents are just people too, and they don't know everything, and they aren't perfect, and they mess up, and they mess us up too in the process. And now I'm totally terrified as a parent. Like, how am I already screwing my kids up? Like, so after all of that, I literally can't decide. They can both go as far as I'm concerned. Like, at least the dad sort of acknowledged his errors at the end, and Rye was just a fuckboy the whole time.
He was.
I'm probably, after all of that, if I had to pick one, I'm probably picking Rye.
Yeah, that is fair. The dad kind of...
He acknowledges
takes a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a full arc of...
No, and he doesn't... I don't know that he actually says, I'm sorry, but he says more of like, I can see why you... So like he's a little bit empathetic there, a little bit unconcerned there. But not enough.
No.
Not enough. Do you have a surprise question?
No.
Okay, I got two good ones. So what era or historical time period would you want to see Kristin Hannah write about next? And I don't know all the ones she's written about, so maybe she has written about something, but...
You know what would probably destroy me is a piece with Native Americans. Colonization of America.
Oh my gosh, yes. Or even like a modern one, like all the missing indigenous women that are just gone. Yep. Nobody cares to find them. Like that'd be, ooh, that's a good one, Jordan.
Thank you.
I think I'd love a good Civil War story from her.
Oh.
Like Civil War is one of my favorite times in history. Or honestly, I could take a Cold War story from her because then maybe she could explain it to me because I never understood that in history class because much like Vietnam, we always ran out of time in the year, never got to spend any quality and time unpacking that war. So like I always just got a skimmed over version of it. And the Korean War, what's that? Like, I don't know. I always thought they were the same. But like now, at least through this book, I have a better understanding of what Vietnam is and what it was like.
Agreed. This was more of a history lesson than I realized it was going to be.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Which makes me a little worried. Like, do we know that she's done all of her research and this is real stuff?
I trust her.
Okay.
I feel like she's a big name like that.
I'm kind of like, I know this is fiction.
Yeah.
So how much of this is...
I feel like I read one of the afterwords of one of her books, and she talked about how she like does all this interviewing and this primary source document reading and things like that. So I have the vibe in my mind that she is trustworthy, but I have nothing concrete right now that can back that up. So I like your questioning though, Jordan. That's good. Skepticism is important. All right, my other surprise question is, what fuckboy did you hate the least?
The least? Jamie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like, it was between Coyote and Jamie, but like, just a sucker for those bad boy Jamie boys.
Yeah. And the fact that the daughter, the naming her after Francis, that was so sweet. And that the rock she gave him is what? I know,
because that kind of is what got him through. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you not love that?
I know.
Jamie was a good character.
Yep. I liked him. All right, Harry Potter, legendary location, hype meter. So, are we coming in at a Hogwarts, which is a 5 out of 5, a masterpiece, a place you want to return again and again, a true classic, no flaws. A 4 out of 5 would be The Burrow, a heartwarming and magical experience, a book that feels like coming home. Maybe it's a little messy, but it's full of charm. A 3 out of 5 is Diagon Alley. It's a bit crowded with ideas. A few things don't quite work, but you can find some gems here. 2 out of 5 is Privet Drive, not an easy read. It's dull. You're just waiting for the magic to happen. And a 1 out of 5 is an Azkaban, a truly punishing experience. This book is a chore to get through and has you feeling utterly drained by the end. Jordan, based on all of your conversations, I'm a little nervous to see where you're coming in here.
I'm realizing I didn't pick a number yet. And I think I'm going to go Diagon Alley. A bit crowded with ideas and a few things that didn't quite work, but can find some real gems in here. The gems being her female friend relationships and Henry's relationship with her growth in Vietnam and how she finds that love of nursing and caring for people. So there's a lot of really good themes in the book. But like I said, I felt emotionally manipulated, and that's taken a lot off for me.
Yep, she's taking it personally here.
Yeah, I did. I am. So I'm giving it 3.
All right, that's fair. This is a 5er. So it started as a 4 for me on Goodreads, but honestly, after my reread, I bumped it up to a 5.
Wow.
I had so many good things to say about it. I appreciated so much more about it on a second read. It's been living rent-free in my head for weeks, even after finishing it. Like, it's a fabulous book. I will keep recommending it. Of course, with the trigger warning of your heart is going to be stomped and burned and drawn and quartered and tarred and feathered and hung up on the town square and all that good stuff. But I think it's worth it. Would you say, let me ask you now, was it worth the slog, the emotional slog that it took you to get through to finish it?
It was.
Okay.
It absolutely was. So maybe I should bump up a star just for that.
Did I actually sway Jordan on something for once?
I don't know. I'm regretting it. Because here's the deal. We have 4 out of 5 listed as The Burrow, a heartwarming and magical experience, a book that feels like coming home.
Yeah.
That is not how I feel about this book. That is not how I feel.
Yeah.
So if I were to change the definition of The Burrow,
then you could find, okay, well, yeah. I mean, who invented this podcast, Jordan? We can do what we want.
I know. I mean, I'm thinking on Goodreads, I'll probably give it 4.
Okay.
But for our podcast, I think it's more of a Diagon Alley for me.
That's fair.
I think they can be different, right?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think they need the same.
Yeah. So what is Goodreads saying about it?
Goodreads has it at 4.59 stars out of 1.49 million ratings.
Wow, yeah, I could see that. So I did originally give it a 4, and I said, Kristin Hannah, you get me every time. She's mastered creating characters you care about, empathize with, and suffer with. This book is no exception. I've always complained that every U.S. history class I've ever taken spends so much time on pre-1950s that we get a skimmed-over version of the Vietnam War. And this book taught me that there is so much more about that war than any of my classes have ever taught me. I didn't love the ending, but I've had time to sit with it. I appreciated it. When I read this, I was coming off, like I think I told you, like a year-long fantasy kick where that's all I read fantasy. And so this was like the perfect bridge into real-world stuff.
That made me, what you said, triggered a thought. So how in your history classes, they focus on pre-1950s?
Yep.
That is because the United States likes to focus our education on successful wars.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
This was not a successful war.
This was not. It was embarrassing.
They don't want to talk about their mistakes.
I
don't learn about it in school.
Cannot get over how in my AP US history textbook, I had never heard of the Japanese internment prior to being a junior in high school. And in the AP US history textbook, it was literally one paragraph. I was like, wait, we did what? And then we only talk about it for one paragraph. Like, my teacher was great. He was awesome. And he was like, we have things to say about this. And I'm going to point this fact out to you. And like, he talked more about it. We learned more about it, but I just was appalled that A, we did it. And then B, we barely put it in a history book. Like, that is horrifying.
We don't like to talk about our mistakes.
Man, which is sad. That is sad,
very bad. That's
sad.
how history repeats itself.
That's a bad look.
It's absolutely what that leads to.
And when I was in England this past summer too, I wondered, like, what are their history class is like, because they have thousands of years more of history, you know, than like us. So where do you draw the line? What do you do? Like, how many do you learn about all the kings? I mean, we don't learn about all the presidents, obviously, but like you touch on them, you learn their names and stuff. Like,
that's a good thought.
I know.
I don't know.
Do you have to memorize the kings of England? Like you have to do the presidents of the United States in 5th grade? I don't know.
Okay, I don't think I ever had to do that.
Oh, okay. No, maybe I'm thinking state capitals.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely a song with that too.
Yeah.
Which if you ask me now, though, I probably don't know them.
Absolutely not.
Nah. All right. Who are you recommending this to, Jordan? Are you recommending this?
Yeah. This is a book that is worth reading. It absolutely is.
Good. I'm happy to hear you say that.
Yes. But you need to be in an emotionally strong state to do it.
Absolutely.
I was not in that state.
I know. Sorry.
I was not. I was not in a place for this book to be in my life in this season of my life.
Nope. And we already committed and put it out there, so we were like,
yep.
Sorry.
So I was forced to read this at a time. I'd be a little more open to the whole rye thing at a different time period.
Yeah. And that's fair. Yeah.
So
I still, I got to go on record and say I am really proud of Jordan for finishing this book.
Thank you.
Because it is a slog. It is big, and then it is heavy.
It is so heavy.
Yeah. So
and I historically do not do well with heavy books to begin with.
I know.
And I'm in an emotionally compromised state right now.
Yep.
So this was a terrible experience.
Bad timing.
So who am I recommending this to? I'm going to say my sister. I do think she would really enjoy this book.
As a nurse, too. Like, that might be a cool,
Yep. As a nurse, our grandpa and uncle both were in the Vietnam War. So I do think there's a little bit of family, like, history drawing back on that. I don't know the full story, but my great uncle, he actually was the only survivor of his platoon. He had really bad PTSD when he came home, but obviously did not get any treatment for it. Nope. It just...
Wow.
Yeah. But him and my aunt were one of those people that got married and he went off to war right away.
Wow.
Yes. And
they still stayed married.
Yes.
Why? Wow.
But yeah, he had really, really bad PTSD.
I can't even imagine. Literally.
I'm not going to I'll tell you their whole life story off mic. They have, it's tough stuff. But,
oh my gosh.
So I do think my sister would really find some enjoyment in this book and understanding a little bit more what they went through.
Yeah. For sure. I'm recommending to anyone who likes historical fiction, but also anyone who just likes a good, just like fiction story. Like this is just a good general recommended book. Like you might not think you actually like historical fiction until you read this book. And then maybe you're like, I could do historical fiction. So I'm thinking like my Auntie Robin or my Auntie Annie, they both like a good book. We did in fact recommend this to some of the other aunties and some of them read it as a little bit of a book club, and we'll shout out some of their responses in a couple segments here. Would you reread it?
Nope. Absolutely not. I have a pretty steel trap mind for books.
Yeah. That's good. I don't want it's in and out. Like once I've read it, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Like I'm thinking back to The Book Thief. I read that in 2019.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, that baby's locked in place.
I can basically picture the cover and that's about it. And I know there was some burning book pile. Yeah. And that's all I got.
That was the last book I read that made me cry as much as this book.
Whoa.
2019. You made me read a book. That made me cry as much as that one did.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, now I really want to make you cry for more books now. Like,
no.
Unlocked a little challenge.
No, I hate it. That's another historical fiction that...
Yeah. World War II. Mm-hmm.
Yes, is so heavy.
And gets a different like perspective on it too.
Yes.
Not just like, we're fighting in a war.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh. So, no, I don't need to reread. This is going to live in my head forever. I'll never forget Frankie and her character growth. I hope to God I forget Rye. I doubt I'll forget the dad.
No.
Yeah. It's going to live in my head. Mm-hmm. So thanks.
Sorry. Yeah. I've had to be strategic too about our reading schedule now. I was like, we got a really light one coming next, everybody. I was like, Jordan, this will be a good palate cleanser. You're going to be okay.
Yes. Speaking of, I read that entire book in one sitting prior to this recording session because I was like, I need to be in a better spot before we can talk about this book today.
So I did read it twice. I was still in it with my second read. I actually appreciated it a lot more. I just love how she keeps the motif of like the women alive with subtle nods all throughout the book that I missed a lot of on my first read. So I appreciated that. Yeah. Cover design. For me, no notes. Solid. Love
Beautiful.
The bright red, the gold, the bold.
Love the helicopter on there.
Yes.
That was a big part of her time in over there. Yep. It was like helicopter rides all over the place, but people were just getting shot down out of them too. Oh my God. The first time,
like the first, oh, sorry, finish your story.
Oh, the first time where she is in one getting shot at.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, what do you even do? And how they just like sit and dangle their feet over the edge. I was like, no, you gotta be strapped in. Oh my God. And windows up.
Yes. Oh, man, that is jogging my memory. I wanted to ask you. That was going to be my question. My surprise question was like, do you think you could ever dangle your feet out of a helicopter?
No. The one time I was on a helicopter, it was in Florida.
You were in a helicopter?
Yes. And the pilot was hot. He was hot. He was a rye. He was a coyote. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, we were on a family vacation. Me, Laura, and my mom, I think, were on this helicopter tour and then he'd kind of like turn over to the side and you'd lean a little bit. And I did not like that. So no, I could not sit and dangle my legs out of a helicopter.
See, I wonder though, like they're seeing near death stuff all the time where
So
they're just
like
whatever, dangle my feet.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Life just has a totally different meaning when you're watching people die every day.
Again, never want to go to war.
No.
All right, fan thoughts. So we initially recorded a little convo at Thanksgiving to get some of the cousins and the aunties' thoughts, and the audio quality was horrifying. So I'm going to summarize. Sharon said, it's a great book, so well written, as are all her books. I kept picturing MASH. It stirred so many emotions, but Frankie is a strong female character, and I love strong female characters. On Instagram, Kim Valley, why am I pronouncing people's names? Said, this book just made me irate at all these fuckboys all the time, but it was also amazing and I loved it. Yep, right there. Auntie Helen liked the visual aspect of the war. Again, she was picturing MASH the whole time, but she realized MASH was a very cleaned up version of what really happened. And like this story was in the jungle. Becky said, I had a nice perspective on feminism and how history is written by the winners, men. And this was really refreshing to get the point of view of a woman on war, not because you don't get a lot of that in history. She didn't even realize women were participating in the war. She read it on audiobook and loved it. Laura also listened to the audiobook. She said it was heartbroken, and the ending actually turned her off of it. She said it was too much sadness, that it was not realistic.
Laura's on my team.
Yep.
It was manipulative.
Again, do not pick up the 4 wins if you think this one was bad. Yeah, don't do it. Auntie Nancy said this was her first Kristin Hannah book, and she got mad at the mom when mom started pill popping her daughter. And the ending made her happy, though, when she got to see the wall and Jamie. And Holly said she knew so little of what Vietnam was, so this was very eye-opening and just sad. She had uncles, much like you, that served, so this was a powerful way for her to like connect those dots between their experience and what actually happened. And she said so many came back from the war and experienced so much trauma and refused to talk about it, and then also had a lot of health issues, and you don't know where they came from.
Yep.
So thank you for all those hot takes. If anyone has other hot takes, weigh in. We will cover them on a cold take in an upcoming episode.
Yes.
All right. Actor portrayals. I did work. Open up a tab. You're going to have to look up some names.
Okay. I am ready.
All right.
Phone ready.
Okay. All right. You want to start with Frankie?
Sure.
Okay. I had 2. I could see an Anne Hathaway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dark hair, skinny, petite.
Yep.
Or I had to look this one up. Alexandra Anna Daddario.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know her.
I didn't know who she was.
She's the striking blue eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards Alex because she's younger.
Okay. Yeah. Anne Hathaway is too old right now.
We'd have to have had Anne Hathaway in her early 20s.
Yes.
But otherwise, I could see both though.
Yep. Okay. Jamie. This is going to be perfect. Chris Evans.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That was a good pick.
Yep. Did you pick him? Anything for him? Anyone for him?
I don't have any.
No. Oh, okay. All right.
Keep going. This is all you. This is
your
show.
Obviously, Tom Cruise, Top Gun, let me pull my shades off, little swoopy hair, so full of himself. That was a no-brainer.
Yep.
Okay, Henry. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing, and I don't know why this happened to me, but I could not unsee it. I kept picturing the drunk hippie guy on that 70s show. Leo, played by Tommy Chong. I know, because they said hippie and they said old, and somehow that was the first image that popped to my mind, and so I could not unsee it.
I will tell you who I thought of.
Okay, all right.
Look up Tommy Fleetwood.
Okay.
He's a professional golfer.
Oh, okay. Tommy Fleetwood. That's such a better Henry. Thank you. I should have texted you about this earlier, because now I can see him and not stupid goofy.
Not Leo.
I know. I was like, I know this is not right. I know it's not right, but I can't unsee it. I don't know.
I'm glad you like the Tommy Fleetwood pick.
Yeah,
he's my crush golfer. He's beautiful.
He is beautiful. He's got the swoopy wooshy hair too. Yeah. Okay, I did not pick an Ethel, but I did pick a Barb.
Okay.
So, have you seen Orange is the New Black or Handmaid's Tale?
No and no.
Okay, well then look up Samira Wiley. Samira, S-A-M-I-R-A.
S what?
S-A-M-I-R-A.
Samira Wiley.
Yeah.
Got her. Oh,
Right?
perfect.
Like just a boss baby. Yep, got the short hair. Yep.
Oh, so perfect.
Mm-hmm. She's a perfect Barb.
Yep, perfect Barb.
Yep. Okay. Show versus movie / book. I don't know if it's going to be a Netflix anything, but
I hope not.
Yeah, that'd be too hard. War, yeah.
There's so much happening over in Vietnam.
Yeah.
I don't really want to. It can just like live
I don't want to see it.
kind of in my head.
Yeah.
I think it would be very gory, very tough to watch.
Yeah.
I mean,
it would have to be a TV show. It could not be a movie. There's no way you could capture it all in a movie.
I mean, have you ever watched Hacksaw Ridge?
No.
Oh, it's
war movies are heavy. They're
so heavy. So heavy.
And this one is not, I mean, it is inspirational, but like in a different way than like a traditional war movie.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't need this in a show or movie.
I did love what Netflix did with Firefly Lane. They took one of her books, made it into a show, made a couple other
Oh, is that where I know
seasons.
The name?
Yeah.
I feel like I must have seen
a couple other,
advertisement.
like Katherine Heigl's in it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's good. It's a good show and it's a good book. So you could probably watch it and get away with it.
Okay.
I also just a shout out to like second episode. I saw they canceled the Shadow and Bone series. They were supposed to get more into the Six of Crows and they canceled. So. That was sad.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Are we wrapping it down?
Yeah, I believe so. That's to me, huh?
That's you, yeah.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on our hot takes? Let us know at Once.Upon.A.Hot.Take@gmail.com or on Instagram or TikTok. We would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed today's episode, go and leave us a review and give us a follow so more book lovers can find our show.
We will be covering In a Holidays by Christina Lauren next, and it is the cutest little Christmassy romance. It is going to cleanse your palate after the heaviness of the women, and it's not a cheesy Hallmark movie. Like, it still get those warm holiday vibes. A little bit of cheese, but it's not like super cheesy. You're gonna love it. Go grab it right now. It's short, it's quick, it's easy. You'll have plenty of time to read it before we cover it. And remember, fairy tales are just the beginning. So unplug for a bit and dive into the next adventure with us. And if you have any book suggestions, we would love for you to share. Hit us up. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.